Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, Red Palma. 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloya is open. 3-point.
My goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Nathaniel has time.
Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
We are back in Pasig City for our second game ngayong Biyernes. Inari Sports Arena tayo para sa MPBL Season 7 and it's two teams in the North Division. Ang isang team dito, Pangasinan Heatwaves, coming off a morale-boosting win on their home floor in the last game. Hesed Gabo and Bonga Lanza, Mike De Gregorio and the rest of the crew pulling out a huge win over the Basilan Star Horse. Valenzuela naman on the same day suffered a heavy defeat to the Abra Solid North Weavers. The Valenzuela City Magic are hoping to bounce back as they take on the Pangasinan Heatwaves in our second game. Pangasinan trying to continue their climb in the North Division. 11-6 ang kanilang record. Valenzuela City Magic naman 4-15 and they are in danger of missing out even the play-in tournament ng ating MPBL season. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Sa Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Magandang gabi din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we are live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Javi, big win para din sa Pangasinan Heatwaves on their home floor the last time out.
Yeah, you're right. I think that was a victory that they really needed and concerning maraming concerns yung mga Pangasinan fans coming into that game, especially there was a lot of history coming into that matchup, but they were able to conquer that and were able to get that home win.
Oo, and nanguna dun sa panalo na yon is their point guard, Hesed Gabo. And Hesed, it is probably one of those games na kinailangan niya to get his rhythm back, get his confidence back. Not that he is short on confidence, but it's been a rough and a roller coaster season so far para kay Hesed Gabo.
I think he just really needed that to remind himself that he is still one of the elite point guards here in the league. 15 points in that game para sa kanya. And he actually had some turnovers in this game. Some of them happened during the end game, but he was able to make up for it with big plays down the stretch.
He had a huge triple really to say goodnight para dun sa Basilan Star Horse. 15 points para kay Hesed in that ball game. On the other side of the floor, RV Bringas has been reunited with his high school coach Raymond Valenzuela, and he's been given a lot of responsibility para dito sa Valenzuela City, and RV has delivered so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's now had a lot of responsibility on his shoulders this season. Played for Sarangani initially and then now moving over here to Val City against the loaded front line. He had 21 points despite the loss. That's still something that is commendable para sa kanya. 5 out of 14 from the field though, so he had to get a lot of his points, half of them coming from the free throw line. 10 out of 12. It was a double-double performance for him with 11 rebounds and a couple of assists.
And that is RV Bringas there, providing Val City an inside presence. And titingnan natin how he'll stack up against the front line of Pangasinan. Let's go to Richard Tampos for the starting lineup.
Arena in the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting 5 for Pangasinan Heatwaves. At forward number 5, Vince Tolentino. Point guard number 6, Ian Melencio. The other guard number 10, Ralph Robin. Forward number 54, Bonga Lanza. Playing center number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabulak. The head coach is Gerson Cabiltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Jun Marsan, Florian Pineda, Ariel Sison, Harold Nang, Joseph Guion, Dan Sabier, and June Medina. Now for Val City Magic. Power forward number 39, Kobe Monje. Starting at guard number 31, Nem De La Cruz. Playing center number 26, J.R. Alabanza. At forward number 6, Julius Tiburcio. Point guard number 3, John Formento. The head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. His assistants are Jubin Ledesma, Errol Francisco, Ian De La Torre, and Lester Alvarez. Assistant team manager JB Garcia. Team representative Brian Galantok. Referees for this ball game are crew chief Edmar Abis with Maynard Centeno and Arlon Crevillo.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Pangasinan has Ian Melencio, Raf Robin, Mike Mabulak, Bonga Lanza, and Vince Tolentino. Val City will begin with John Formento, Nem De La Cruz, Kobe Monje, Julius Tiburcio, and J.R. Alabanza. Edmar Abiz is our crew chief. Maynard Centeno, Arlon Crevillo, and Karina Martin make up the crew para sa ating second game dito sa Inares Sports Arena ngayong Biyernes.
Michael Mabulak, the only guy really na natira dun sa starting unit nila from the last game against Basilan. Tolentino is back in harness and being given the opportunity to start off things for Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
And he gets the stop there. Vince Tolentino to start the ball game. Good help galing kay Vince here, and Kobe caught warding off.
And not really a good start para kay Kobe Monje coming back para sa Valenzuela after getting injured the previous game before that match against Abra.
He was injured in Ilagan.
Yeah.
Raf Robin fires a 3 off to the right. Rebounding Kobe Monje.
And Monje is a big piece of what they really do here in Valenzuela. Without him, talagang matindi yung pagkapilay sa kanila.
Always a question on how they'll come out and play. Itong Valenzuela, they've been an enigma in in this season. Minsan, sobrang ganda nilalaro nila. Minsan, they look passive and they're not coming out with the right intensity. But there are good days and bad days para dito sa Valenzuela.
You're right. And it's just disappointing that we've seen more bad days rather than the good here para sa Valenzuela City Magic. And at many times, especially now, if they're trying to still if there is still an intention to catch up and make the play in, they really have to wield their magic here, Sidelf. It's not just gonna be John Formento or Nem De La Cruz. It has to be all hands on deck para sa kanila. It's not like they don't have a capable team, honestly.
And kaya nga, they actually have a lot of tools now compared to the way they started the season.
Tama ka dyan. Ang karamihan rin dito, puro mga veterano na rin dito sa liga na to. And if these guys can flip the switch, then that's something I'm sure Valenzuela City natives can be very proud of, considering how they call themselves the basketball capital of the Philippines.
Well, itong Val City, they've been there since the first season. Pangasinan only on their second season dito sa liga natin. Mike Mabulak puts Pangasinan on the board. Mabulak taps it to Melencio. And Ian Melencio will score.
This has been something that we've seen almost constantly for Valenzuela. When they turn that ball over, almost always you don't really see a guy trying to get back and defend the fast break.
Desantres ni Nem De La Cruz. Napunta kay Formento ang rebound. Offensive foul on John Formento.
Caught with that chicken wing. Excellent defense shown by Melencio on the post.
And here's the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Play on the Go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ian Melencio only playing less than 13 minutes in that game against Basilan. He had 5 points in that game.
Melencio pa rin. Binigay kay Bong Galanza. Galanza, jumper, got it.
This is a guy that they'd love to get going. Ito si Bong Galanza, and we saw it a bit dun sa huling laro nila against the Star Horse. Although we did not see him knock down a lot of 3-point shots, he still got 10 points as Diputado scores para sa Valenzuela City.
And Diputado puts the magic on the board. Robin fires and hits.
Palagay ko ito talaga ang malaking kulang sa kanila eh. You know, if their shooters finally get to hit their stride, this is gonna be an even tougher team to go up against itong Pangasinan Heat Waves. Because meron naman sa kanilang mga shooter talaga eh.
Tama.
Ralph Robin, Bong Galanza, that's the reason why they bought Bong Galanza in. Mike De Gregorio the same.
I said Gabo has also been known for his outside sniping of late. De La Cruz, just one and done para dito sa Valenzuela. Galanza, binigay kay Vince Tolentino, blocked by Alabanza. He kicks it out to Ian Melencio. And he will miss the 3.
A smart move there by Mone, not to anymore try to catch up with that rock. Let it sail out of bounds. Pero napako na sila dito at 2 points.
Whistle going against Ralph Robin. Alam mo sino nanonood sa atin, Javi?
Sino?
Kasama natin, syempre, dito sa panel. Si Miss Gianna Lianes.
Oh, syempre, I'm sure she is gonna watch this game very intently, lalo na her better half, Vince Tolentino.
Sabi niya, ineko yung sinabi ko. Good stop, Vince.
Still not yet on the board though, so let's see if he can score in this game para sa Pangasinan.
Ian Melencio, though. Tinahi ang depensa, dinaanan sa gitna, and then putting that one in plus the foul.
He has left no doubt in his career here in the league that he is one of the best scorers we've seen.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A little bit lesser role ang meron sa kanya dito sa Pangasinan. He's usually one of the main scorers of a team dun sa kanyang mga huling kupunan. But still, very deadly ito si Ian Melencio.
Well, the first season brought out a lot of, discoveries, to say the least, dito sa MPBL. Among them was Ian Melencio, and also you can count JP Sarao. They were both from Imus. De La Cruz knocks down the 3, and they played with a guy. I'm sure you remember this guy. Orly Daroya.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you remember him.
Isa sa mga maiingay na pangalan yan.
High flyer yan.
Yes.
Ano yun, di ba? Medyo may halong retro na tayo dyan.
And it was these guys that you mentioned who actually helped create a steer for the MPBL during that first year.
Oo, ito si Ian Melencio. I remember him. I was helping out my good friend Ryan Cruz with LGR Sportswear, and he was the MVP of of LGR Hoops. And then months later, he's with Imus. He's playing no longer a rec league player, but a pro.
And, another rec league player that comes to mind who has really cemented his spot as one of the elite scorers here in the league is a guy named Alvin Alday.
Oo, yun. Sa ano din yun. LGR Hoops din yun. Nirekomenda ko yun doon.
Hanggang ngayon wala pa rin tinatanggihang laro yun eh.
Wala
si
pa rin,
Alday,
wala pa rin.
Walang kapuguran maglaro.
Wala pa rin. Whether it's a pickup game, he does not say no. Galanza. Kobe Pableo is in the game, activated. Uy! Halftime move galing kay Nem de la Cruz.
If there is to be an uprising for Valenzuela at this point of the year, I'm sure Nem de la Cruz will be playing a huge part in it. He has the tools to be able to do so.
Well, we have a platoon substitution coming up for Pangasinan. 5 players are coming in. Diputado has De La Cruz running with him. A foul on Robin.
Well, it's currently a 5-2 run here in favor of Valenzuela. That's why Coach Gerson seeing the need to change up things.
This is the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. Binitbit. And he's able to score off the glass and in. Itong si Nem de la Cruz.
Not really a knock to Vince Tolentino on that play, but you know, it really was the hang time of Nem de la Cruz that enabled him to finish that basket with the score.
Pangasinan momentarily up by double figures, but 17-9 na as Valenzuela has trimmed the deficit to 8 points. Japs Bautista, another capable shooter there.
He actually played some good minutes in the second half for Coach Gerson Cabiltes against Basilan.
Well, Pableo stepping into that three-pointer after grabbing the rebound, unable to score that time. JP Magaliano. So no Vic Manuel and no Jory Napoles for this ball game, but no problem so far as King Ortiza nails his first 3 of the game.
Interesting experiment here for Coach Gerson. You know, especially now, you would think that you expect Coach Gerson to really try and still sanayin yung kanilang mga players to play alongside Vic Manuel. But I think what he's trying to do here is actually to bring out the best in his other players. Dahil feeling niya siguro they rely too much on Vic most times.
This is the three-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. It's King Ortiza contributing para dito sa Pangasinan Heatwaves.
He can be a firecracker. Jay Collado.
Mike Wico nakaka-surgery lang on his ACL injury.
I think he had to get like 2 or 3 opinions on that knee. Dahil
Yes.
ayaw niya siguro ayaw niya dapat ipa-opera. He wanted to check kung kakayanin lang ng therapy.
Narvi Bringas scores. That was a tough shot para kay RV. 22-11 is the count. Val City already over the limit. Tatlong team fouls for Pangasinan. Minute and 35 left. Gortiza, long two. Got it.
He just needed to see that ball go through the net on that first shot. Sometimes for a player as talented as Gortiza, if you get that first shot, tutuloy-tuloy yan until the defense is able to make it difficult for you.
Diputado. Binigay kay Bringas. Salem. Runner in the lane. No good. Magaliano with the rebound. Quickly to Japs. Bautista is fouled by Kim Lo.
Japs Bautista still very aggressive here. Trying to look for his shot. Trying to pick up from where he left off in that last game. Nabigyan siya ng oras at di niya naman pinahuli si Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Bautista knocks down the first free throw, 22-11, with 61 seconds remaining in the first period. 2 for 2 for Japs. And Salem try to get this one across. There's a foul on Japs Bautista.
Trying to put the trap on early here against Valenzuela to try and force them into those turnovers. Pero penalty na sila dito. At Pangasinan has been successful for the most part here in the first quarter, being able to force the Magic into 5 turnovers already.
2 for 2 for Jesalem. 23-13. Esed Gabo. Foul given up by RV Bringas. But they are already in penalty. Not sure what he was thinking there.
Did he not know? I'm sure he did. Maybe just forgot at that very moment. But such a terrible foul, especially you were able to get points on the other side. Could have been an opportunity for you to get a stop and trim it down. Lawrence Victoria, the newest Pangasinan heatwave.
Speaking of trim, parang
Pumayat, no?
pumayat. Si Lawrence Paul Victoria. 25-13. 48.6 seconds left in the first period. Diputado. They go to RB against Lervin Flores. Bringas. Lumapit. Jesalem finds Diputado. Diputado fade away. No good. Rebound. Gabo. Japs to King. King with a sidestep move. That won't go. Lervin Flores with a reverse.
Specialty of the house, crashing the glass and going for the putback.
Bableo. Ball poked away by Gortiza. It will stay with Valenzuela.
You can't be complacent when you're handling the basketball against these dogs on defense. Lalo't lalo na Coach Jerson expects his wards to put in 110% whenever they're on the floor in that part of the basketball.
Bringas is not aware of the clock situation, and that will do it in the first period. On a quarter where Pangasinan immediately imposed their will on this Valenzuela team that has started flat once again against one of the stronger teams in the north, Javi.
7-0 start para sa kanila, and then Valenzuela got on the board. You see guys here like Ralph Robin connecting from the outside. Pangasinan was actually 3 out of 7 from downtown in the first quarter. Nem de la Cruz was one of the few bright spots for the Magic in that opening frame. They're down by 14 here after the first.
Back at the Inares Center in Pasig for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. We talked about this so many times, the long history of Coach Jerson with Basilan. And so let me take you through some events that happened after that victory. 3 of those that did well in that game were actually Gabo, Collado, and Japs Bautista, all former Basilan players. Japs, I think, had a couple of threes. According to Coach Jerson, before Toto Villarreal in that Nueva stint, there was Japs Bautista for him. Sa sobrang saya nga daw niya, nabatukan niya si Japs sa tuwa. Ang sakit nga daw hanggang ngayon. Pero 1 year na daw kasi niyang inaantay galing kay Japs yun. Collado and Gabo delivered as well. Coach Jerson recalls clutch situation from his elite point guard in his said Game 1 South Finals with Basilan against San Juan in the eliminations and Game 1 of the National Finals in Season 4, both with Nueva Ecija. Ang saya lang daw maalala ng mga moments na yon sa win na yon. Sa Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And blast from the past ang report mo. And, you know, the past can sometimes show up. Minsan mapait, minsan matamis, minsan masaya, minsan malungkot. Anong gusto mo, Javi?
Well, lucky for them, they got the sweet end of that stick doon sa kanilang huling laro against Basilan.
Yeah.
Siyempre, sino bang gusto ng... gusto ko matamis eh.
Matamis. Gusto mo sweet, ha?
Gusto ko sweet.
So that was a sweet win para dito kay Coach Gerson. But, you know, one coach, there are a few coaches here in the MPBL that have a really rich history in the MPBL. No, and isa dan si Coach Gerson. Probably, you know, a very colorful, not just decorated, but a colorful history para sa kanya dito sa liga natin. Alam natin yung kanyang nagsimula siya with Basilan and then, you know, making the South Division Finals. Along the way, he swept aside Bacoor that season. That was season 3. And Bacoor was a really strong team that time, Javi, with Gabanal, Mike Mabulak, Mike Cañete, Nick Demuses. And, you know, it was a battle. Honestly, I remember that, you know, so well kung paano pinaglaban ng Basilan yung stint na yon in the South Division Finals. And I remember as well, Javi, this one's really interesting. It was a COVID pandemic. It was the start of the lockdown. And we had game 1 of the South Division Finals as King Gortiza misses the layup. We were in Davao. We arrived probably around midday. Game was in the evening. We were supposed to play in Davao City. All of a sudden, the venue was not available because, you know, they're starting to implement the lockdowns. And then we had to go all the way to Tagum City. Drove probably a couple of hours. But those days, yung North tsaka South Division, the coverage started with the North Finals here as we check out this, you know, charging on RV Bringas. Tapos sa South, nag-tip off kami alas 11.
Ng gabi?
Alas 11 ng gabi.
My goodness.
I remember the van ride. As we thank LGR, the official outfitter. I remember the van ride to Tagum. I thought I was not gonna make it there.
Bakit naman?
Kasi sobrang dikit. At oh my gosh. Like, the driver was really pushing as Japs Bautista. Oh, Coach, wag mong batukan.
Masakit pa rin daw eh.
Coach, wag mong batukan ha. Ganda na pinapakita ni Japs Bautista dito, Abby.
Yeah, you see here, passing up on that feed to the corner and then going up for the shot. Nobody going in front of him. You gotta remember, this guy is still one of the best shooters here in the league.
Tama ka dyan. 30-17. Timeout muna tayo.
Pac is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fiera.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Our champ is back. Our founder and chairman, Manny Pacquiao, will step back into the ring to take on Mario El Azteca Barrios for the WBC welterweight belt. You can watch this fight live via Blast TV on July 20, Sunday, alas 8. And you can just download the Blast TV app, available on Google Play and on the App Store. And continuing to that story, so nanalo ang Davao that game. And we had to, the others stayed on. I went back to Manila and then this was the time na talagang pa-lockdown na. Naglaro pa game 2 sa Basilan. Basilan won that game to force a game 3. And then medyo questionable na yung pagbalik nila ng Manila because eto na nga, lockdown na nga dito nun. I was able to also watch Game 2 of the North Finals between San Juan and Makati. San Juan, ano sila eh, I think tinablan nila yung series dun eh. James Bautista. Wow, pangalawa na yan.
Incredible start in this game para kay James Bautista.
Jay Alabanza. And dati pa to, no? Nakikita ko, napapanood ko na to si James Bautista even before his MPBL stint. He is feeling it, short on that 3. Mike De Gregorio wants to work with Taganas. Japs. I thought he could have. He could have taken that shot there.
My thoughts as well.
Is blocked.
One of the leading shot blockers in the league this season, Jair Alabanza, providing the rim protection para sa Valenzuela City. That's a shot clock violation forced by the Magic.
And that season natapos 1 year later in Subic in a bubble.
This is when Davao won the championship.
Yeah. And Basilan had to forfeit. There was a lot of controversy.
Oh yeah, I remember reading articles about it.
There was a lot of controversy on that. And we've moved on from it. Everyone has moved on as well. Basilan is back. Coach Gerson is still coaching in the MPBL.
Can you imagine? It's already been 5 years since that pandemic happened.
Yeah, and it's been 4 years since I spent 2 weeks with Christian Luanzon.
And how did that work out for you, huh?
I don't know.
Hindi ka nasiraan ng bait, no?
But I think he it could have gone either way as well. It could have gone either way.
Tomorrow you will be sharing panel duties. So
Yeah, reunited with.
looking forward to that. That's why, aside from the magnitude of the game, I'm looking forward to listening to the commentary tomorrow.
Podcast bukas. Pero grabe, itong mga kwento ng mga dalawang kupunan dito sa MPBL. Even Valenzuela, I remember first season how yung arena nila dumatagundong every time we play there. Because it's really one of the venues na regular ang MPBL nung home court ng Valenzuela. Among them, in that first season, Muntinlupa was a regular. Even Imos, we had a lot of games in Imos. So sila talaga yun. We even have Navotas, have we?
Oh, yeah.
The Navotas clutch. So, I'm not sure, where the franchise stands. Pero, may mga players pa sila na nandito pa rin. Even Marwin Taiwan started his career there.
And those stories just continue to show us how far the league has come.
And so glad to see that even Shaq Taganas has been here since season 1, is still playing in the MPBL. John Formento knocks down the 3.
For playing for Bulacan back then, he was a really big double-double machine. A lot of times pulling down 20 rebounds.
Normal sa kanya.
Normal sa kanya yun.
Mike De Gregorio nakalusot. Hinahanap si Shaq Taganas.
I think he had a shot there. And he knew it. You see the frustration written on his face right now. These are still very scary moments in my opinion para sa mga kalaban ng Pangasinan in the next few games because hindi pa talaga tuluyang na-unleash si Mike De Gregorio. And that for me is scary, honestly.
De La Cruz leaves it to Kobe Monje.
Because when he finally gets his groove on, oh boy, that's gonna be something. And I'm sure masaya ang mga tao kung makita nila yun.
Referee Edmar Avis has made a call here. This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game. with 1xBet.
Beautifully done there. De La Cruz gliding to the air and making the defense commit with him.
Magic
Anim
with a
na lang
second
itong hinahabol
infraction
ng Valenzuela.
of improper bench decorum.
Yun nga. And they've been hit with a technical here.
You just hate for this to happen at this point. You're on the verge of a comeback and then you make this type of action. I'm sure alam mo naman na nasisira yung momentum mo kung mayroong mga ganitong klaseng bagay na nangyayari.
Hindi na talaga kailangan yan eh. Mike De Gregorio at the line.
You put the guy on the free throw line, a guy who has yet to make a significant impact. In fact, he was scoreless before that. You have that guy see that ball go through the net. That's only going to increase his confidence. Let's see how Valenzuela reacts after that.
De Gregorio fires. That won't go. Rebound ni Pagsanhan. Fontanilla back to Harvey. Harvey. Atake si Mike De Gregorio. And that's taken away by John Formento. Unable to bank it in. Monje is fouled by De Gregorio on the follow-up.
You see, these are moments that we've seen from Valenzuela. They can actually be top-tier performers.
It's a matter really of their willingness to do it.
Tama ka dyan.
On a consistent basis.
It really falls on the shoulders of Coach Raymond Valenzuela and his staff to be able to bring out the best in his players and to make sure that his players actually are motivated going into the games.
Monje splits his free throws, 35-30. Nalik na dito si Mike Mabulak. Kobe Pableo, former Makati player.
Oh, one of the first players I covered.
Talaga?
Oh, he was part of that Makati team that was headed by Vis Valencia. Game nila against Mindoro, yun yung pinakaunang game na kinover ko.
Javi Palanya with some history as well.
I was in Batangas.
History lesson. Was it with Coach JV?
Yes, yes. What a wave.
Must have been very, very
a very insightful coverage.
interesting. I don't want to say traumatic, but
No, not at all, not at all.
Coach JV, wherever you are, miss na kita.
Oo. Tsaka, apart from the coverage, syempre, paglilipat sa malayong lugar at makasama mo siya after the game, sarap rin kakwentuhan ni Coach JV.
Coach JV once forced me to wear a tie.
Forced you, huh?
Yes, on my polo. Not a button-down polo, but a sports polo.
Oh my goodness.
Christmas daw eh.
What?
And
And you agree to that?
I did not. And he was so mad. He was
Oh my God.
And then one time also, he also forced me to wear a Christmas hat in a coverage in a pre-game on cam. So marami din kaming history nun.
He has just tons and tons of stories. Hindi ka maboboard pagkasama mo si Coach JV.
Dami. Marami yun. Patulog ka na lang, magkukwento pa yun.
Mismo.
So 6 points na para kay Mike Mabulak. It's an 8-point lead for Pangasinan. Monje. Oh, man. Good job here by Valenzuela. Beating the press. Pableo and Tolentino getting entangled. I think that will count.
Yeah, that shot should count. Getting a little bit entangled there as that shot went up. And Formento had to be subbed out of the game early in the first quarter because he picked up 2 personal fouls right away. See here, look at Tolentino down near the middle of your screens.
Well, he won't back down. Vince Tolentino. Pableo, he was not expecting the hit in the first place,
Yeah.
actually.
But
That should have been on Pableo first.
But I think there was something that happened prior to that. Eh, yun siguro ang dahilan kung bakit trinay bawian ni Vince in that opportunity. The shot from Formento will count, and it looks like, ayun, double foul pala.
Parang unfair kasi dalawang beses tinamaan si Vince.
Kaya nga eh.
But it is what it is. Nonetheless, Pagsanhan gets it to Di Gregorio. Another 3 missed. De La Cruz is ahead of the pack. Formento finds him.
Take it. There you go.
Nem swishes it through. It's just a 2-point game. 8 points para kay Nem De La Cruz.
This is a viciously deadly backcourt that they have of John Formento and Nem De La Cruz. Both scoring machines.
Oh, 2 players who can actually score 25.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a rare player dito sa MPBL.
Tama nga dyan. We rarely see, scoring duos or 1-2 punches average about 25 points a game, but these two can actually do it.
Nem De La Cruz had a 36-point game with Marikina a few weeks back. Alam naman natin si John Formento enjoying a breakout season. RV sinks the first free throw.
And it all really started, his ascent into glory this year para kay John Formento. It was that game against Basilan. Hindi ko makalimutan yun. And they almost ended up with a victory there.
Yeah, we covered that game.
That went into overtime.
They can't stop him that game.
Oh, he was virtually unstoppable.
See, if he was not orchestrating, he was actually getting fouled, and he was shooting at an impressive clip sa free throw line. Napagod lang siya nun eh.
Yeah, because halos wala rin naman tinakbong sets ang Valenzuela sa laro na yun. It was really all up to Formento most of the time.
Extended second quarter here.
There's been a lot of fouls given and some stoppages as well. We're all tied at 37 now. Valenzuela has slowly gotten back into this game after we saw Pangasinan dominate in the first quarter. Here you see the Magic. They're actually playing hard here in the second.
JP Magaliano made his return to Pangasinan in the last game. 0 for 2. Opportunity na yun sa linya. RV. Brother Tonton plays for Jensan. RV Bringas, pinilit. The whistle going against Tiburcio. He will send Magaliano to the free throw line.
I thought that was a lousy attempt in trying to draw the foul galing kay RV Bringas. He was the one trying to initiate the contact. I think the no call was just the right thing.
Magaliano take 2 free throws.
Oh, Magaliano struggling from the free throw line here in this game.
Lawrence Paul Victoria. Okay. Sana malaman natin kung kailan talaga siya makakapaglaro. No? Really exciting time
Oh, yeah.
para sa Pangasinan. They get a really good breakdown player.
Ooh, yeah, I think Melencio had a hand on it. Yeah, they should challenge. I think this is going to be a good call to challenge.
I think it's one of the calls na hindi pwedeng ma-challenge.
Ay,
Javi.
oo, tama. Yeah, you're right. That's a backcourt violation. Tulad ng traveling.
Mabulak. Tiburcio bit on the fake. And he will send Mabulak to the line.
Ang pwede mo lang i-challenge ay fouls tsaka out of bounds play.
I have gotten word from our Mika Abisamis na July 28 ang target date ng laro ni Lawrence Paul Victoria. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Medyo matagal-tagal pa.
Oo nga.
But we saw him earlier. We've seen him a couple of times during this game. He looks like he's getting into good shape. He's trimmed down.
39-37. The Magic have mounted a run here in the second quarter. Inabutan nila ang Pangasinan. Although the Heat Waves have regained the lead by 2. We'll be right back. Valenzuela's next 3 games, they go up against the 2-time defending champions Pampanga on July 15. July 23 is a showdown with the Bataan Risers. And on July 30, they take on the Bulacan Cuyas. So next 3 games will pretty much determine kung saan naaabot itong Valenzuela. The field goals this quarter, what a struggle for Pangasinan. Only 2 of 16. Val City, on the other hand, 8 of 13.
They've managed to get to the line a lot, but they've also misfired at the charity stripe. A lot of those misses coming from JV Magoliano bring us scoring on the reverse to tie things up. Valenzuela is currently 3 wins away from barging into a possible play-in spot. They're currently at number 13 right now, 4-15, tied with Marikina. The team at the number 10 spot is Bataan at 7-12.
And John Formento has given Valenzuela the lead here with a minute remaining in the second period.
I wouldn't want to be in that Pangasinan locker room at the half.
Melencio makes his move and Kim Lo fouls it.
I'm sure these Heat Waves are going to have an earful, to say the least.
Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Expa Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Once again, De La Cruz in Formento connecting there on that transition attack para sa Valenzuela City. De La Cruz has 8 points in this game. Formento already with 6 so far. And both of them have a couple of assists. So they've actually affected 18 of the 41 points of Valenzuela here in the first half between the two of them.
Scoring this quarter, wow, 30 for Val City, 14 only para sa Pangasinan. And we're not finished yet. John Formento. Step back 3. Formento knocks it down.
Well, and just like that.
11 points para kay John Formento. Have you seen John Formento's Panalay videos? Have you been following? Oh my goodness, Javi. He's been around all over Metro Manila.
I don't see the reason why not. I mean, you know, he's a player you'd love to have on any team. Dahil sobrang kontrolado lang maglaro eh.
44 to 43. The half is done. And Valenzuela, after a rough start against Pangasinan, they've taken a 1-point lead. The Heat Waves, all of a sudden, going cold in that second period. 44 to 43, the Magic are on top.
Is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights. Comeback is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
(44-43) lamang ang Valenzuela against Pangasinan at halftime dito sa Inares Sports Arena. It was actually Pangasinan started out really strong, 27-13 at the end of the first quarter, pero unti-unting nakahabol dito ang Pangasinan Heatwaves and ang Valenzuela sa Pangasinan tying the game at 37 and then taking a 44-43 lead.
Yeah, that second quarter was really huge. Valenzuela led by as much as 16 points in the first period. And then Valenzuela came roaring back in that second quarter, outscoring Pangasinan 31-16. And if you see, naging halos pareho na rin yung mga numero dito. And they've even shot better than Valenzuela dahil talagang bumaba yung porsyento ng Pangasinan in that second period, just relying on their free throws to try and get baskets for themselves in that period.
Really a surprise to me the way na natakbuhan pa nitong Valenzuela, itong Pangasinan. Pangasinan known more for their running game compared to this Valenzuela team. But Ian Melencio and Mike Mabulak and Jabs Bautista with 7 points apiece to lead the scoring for Pangasinan. And Valenzuela, led by John Formenta, had with 11 points. Nem and RV with 8 points apiece. And really, we go back to the discussion, Abby, on if Valenzuela wants it, they can. They're capable.
Yeah, they can certainly have it. It's just really a matter of their willingness to do things on the floor. And so far, so good here. Second quarter has already finished. Let's see if they can sustain that here in the third period. How can Pangasinan react to that, especially after going into the huddle at the half? I'm sure Coach Jerson had some very choice words para sa kanila.
Well, if you're a team of Pangasinan's caliber, you should be dominating Valenzuela. But RV Bringas seems to have other things in mind here.
Bringas, yeah, he coming into this team, I think he's highly motivated to still let everybody know that he can still be one of the top big men here in the league if given the chance.
Bringas with 8 points in the first half.
Medyo nag-iba na rin yung pulso ng tira niya, no?
Yeah.
I remember when he was with LaSalle in college, boy, was he a dead shot from the outside, especially top of the key. Favorite niya yan, eh.
And that pairing of him and Ryan Buenafe before.
Oh, yeah, with San Sebastian.
And even Almon Bosotros.
That team was stacked.
Jesse Gabo will let it fly. No. Diputado with the rebound. Here's Formento. Tiburcio providing the pick. Formento with a step back three. Gabo running the floor. Pagsanhan forcing that one.
Ortiza was ready for a shot on the left corner.
Pagsanhan and Gortiza, high energy guys, but you know, not necessarily the type who can really explode and put big amount of points on the board.
Eh, lalo na si Harvey. Harvey's really more known as a 3-and-D guy. He really is able to contribute significantly on the other side of the basketball. It's si Rev Diputado also showing us the scoring arm.
Rev Diputado. I saw this post from the Basilan Star Horse recently. I think that was yesterday or this morning, of Greg Slaughter and Eman Calo
Okay.
na magkasama sa University of the Visayas. They're winning a championship. But isa sa mga nakita ko doon, one of the notable faces that I saw in that photo was actually Rev Diputado's older brother, Chris, who was the point guard of Greg Slaughter in the championship run in the Sisafi.
You're right, I remember that. And ito si Rev kasi went to Manila, played for NU in college. And actually kasi si Rev kasi high school pa lang, he already played for the national team.
Vic Manuel, the muscle man, getting a breather today. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Mabulak, fires and hits.
High time right now for Mabulak to maybe take over here now that RV Bringas is also trying to assert his will. There you go. Back-to-back hits and a chance for one more para kay Mike Mabulak.
All business here in the third quarter. Mike Mabulak. Pressure defense ng Pangasinan paying off. Nakakakuha sila ng mabibilis na baskets dito. And, shot here from Mike Mabulak, showing us the touch inside the paint. And then he comes up with the steal right here on Tiburcio. Beats him to the loose ball and flips it up and in, plus the foul.
That really has been their brand of basketball. That's Coach Gerson defense. That's the type of play that he expects from his players. They like going quick, and they do so by forcing turnovers like that.
It's an 8-0 run for Pangasinan. Last time Valenzuela had the ball, they actually had a 1-point lead. Ngayon, pagbalik sa kanila, 7 na yung lamang ng kalaban.
And Mabulak buckling down to work to make sure that that lead went back to his side by a lot.
Formento, nandun si Mike Mabulak on the hard show. And the miss galing sa Valenzuela. Takbo si Lervin Flores. Lervin took a lot of steps. It's a travel.
One step too many, but I like how guys on the bench are still encouraging a 5 on the floor. You don't want any negative energy at this point. You're in the lead and you don't want to relinquish it, especially against this Valenzuela team who seems to be hungry in this game for a win.
And Kobe Monhe knocks down the 3. Set up by John Formento. 53-49.
You know, one guy who's been familiar with John Formento, assistant coach of the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, Dino Ponce Enrile. Naging player niya ito sa Colegio de San Lorenzo.
Mabulak gets that one to drop, 55-49. Mabulak coming to the fore here in this pivotal third period. 6.5 minutes to play. There's a double team. Mabulak comes up with a steal, forcing a turnover.
He's a step quicker here in the third quarter. Ito si Michael Mabulak.
And this was the play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ayun naman talaga maganda kay Mike. You know, around the basket, halos sure ball yan.
And we have a coach's challenge. We'll be right back.
The World Series challenge was successful.
It's a successful challenge for the Magic. That is off Mike Mabulak. 8 seconds On the shot clock for Val City. What can they come up with here? Monhe against Pagsanhan. Kobe. Nowhere to go. Oh! What a block by Flores.
Oh my goodness, absolutely went up there and denied whatever chances he had of making that shot. Did not even let it off his hand.
Dikit eh. Yung block na yun.
Sinigurado dun ni Lervin Flores. And that's really what he brings to the table, that athleticism on defense and just the rebounding prowess as well.
And that ball will go back to Valenzuela. (55-49), 6 minutes and change remaining in the third. The Heat Waves have regained the lead. Magic still lurking. Formento gets it to Castillo sa ilalim. Nabitawan ng bola. Gabo finds Gortiza. Gets it to Pagsanhan. Another extra pass. And too much passing for Pangasinan.
Yeah, right you are. Definitely already with opportunities to go up for the shot. Gortiza and Pagsanhan. And Valenzuela really trying on defense here. Just not at that point though.
Mabulak. 18 points in the game for Mike Mabulak. 11 here in the third quarter. It took him only 4.5 minutes for those 11 points. Castillo with a putback. Mabulak, rim run. And Mike putting pressure on the defense. He goes back to the free throw line.
Ibang klase yung takbo ngayon ni Michael Mabulak dito sa laro na to. Able to beat Valenzuela defenders to the basket, and he's getting to his spots.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. That's the Komodo Dragon right there, Javi.
Yes,
Ano ka ba?
sir.
Baka nakalimutan mo. Komodo Dragon yan. 57-51, Val City already over the limit.
And good thing for him that he's been able to get back, some fine form that we've seen from him, especially during that championship run. I wouldn't say 100% of that, but at least compared to the past 2 seasons, mas maganda na ulit yung nilalaro niya, mas maganda na ulit yung takbo. Because syempre he had to deal with injuries.
And I'm glad that I'm not seeing anything on his knees or on his, any sort of protection or support.
Because it means he's 100% healthy.
Oo.
At saka yung laro niya kasi nung when he was in and out of the lineup and whenever he would step on the floor, there was a lot of frustration para sa kanya.
Oo. And let's get an update from Mika Abisanos.
One of the longest going relationships of coach and player, RV Bringas and Coach Raymond Valenzuela, as we mentioned. Enjoy the 4-peat together sa San Sebastian alongside Vosotros, Buena Fe, Eugene Andrada. Sabi ni RV, tatay ko na talaga yan eh. Siya talaga nagbigay ng kumpiyansa sa akin nung nagsisimula pa ako hanggang sa na-develop ako sa pagiging tropa na kami ngayon. Sabi naman ni Coach Raymond, nakita niya talaga ang evolution ni RV through thin and thick. Nauna daw talaga ang thin. Apparently, shooter daw talaga itong si RV noon. At kung dati, bilis ang naaasahan niya kay RV, ngayon daw useful pa din ang bigat niya sa post. Pero paalala niya, sa long-time player niya, dati nadidisiplina pa kita. Ngayon, matanda ka na, bahala ka na sa sarili mo. At lately daw, hindi na siya masyadong umiinom ng milk tea sa harap ni Coach Raymond sa Delphin Javi.
Milk tea lang ba?
I am totally stunned by that milk tea reference sa dulo ng report mo, Mika, because these days, You try to stay away. We try to stay away, but minsan masarap talaga eh.
Oo.
But you know, this is a long relationship, and some of these relationships go beyond basketball, and it's nice that they've kept that relationship for a long time. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners and Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split type air conditioners. Kobe Monje with a finish.
And I like also that Mika mentioned through thick and thin.
Nung payat at nung medyo nagkalaman.
But yeah, through the many phases of his body changes, at least parati pa rin naman siya napapakinabangan.
Constant yan. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Cortiza making himself available for that pass. Semi-transition para sa Pangasinan. And these fast break opportunities for the Heat Waves here in the third quarter have kept Valenzuela at bay.
Siyam na tong lamang ng Pangasinan. Salem from the corner. Got it.
They can simply rely on trying to outshoot itong Pangasinan, because if they don't stop attacks like that, then this lead is not going down.
Deputado. Oh, that will count.
Yeah, that should count. Flores should know better.
That will mean a bonus para dito kay Rev Deputado. This is the three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's JJ Hesalem knocking down the three. (64-58). Chance to trim this deficit further.
Diputados had some solid minutes off the bench in this game for the Magic. One of two guys who came on over from the Sarangani gripper this season, sila ni RV Bringas, and he's provided John Formento some valuable minutes to rest.
Hesed launches. Yes. Good pass galing kay Shaq Taganas. 5 points para kay Gabo. Deputado floater is good. Giuliano gets it to Cortiza. Japs. Back out to JP. Hesed will try again. Back-to-back para kay Hesed, Gabo.
That's really the Hesed Gabo we are used to seeing, you know, calculated and always very methodical in trying to assess the defense and coming up with the best shot possible. There, he's responsible for that pass to King Cortiza.
72-61. A little sloppy here for Valenzuela. Deputado answers with a three.
They're lucky their shots have been falling down, because their turnovers, just like in the first quarter, that's actually what got them behind early.
Gabo, lumapit, jumper, yes. 8 quick points para kay Hesed Gabo. And the lead is back up to 10.
That's a practice shot para sa kanya. He works really hard on his game. Sometimes, I might say even just too hard na hindi na siya nakakapagpahinga.
Hesed blocked by Alabanza. De La Cruz is fouled by Cortiza. Only the third team foul for Pangasinan.
And Valenzuela's momentum has been up and down here in the third quarter. Pangasinan has made sure to come out of the gates really roaring hard, courtesy of guys like Michael Mabulak. Now Gabo has taken over. Cortiza has also chipped in with his moments here in the third quarter.
Alabanza against Taganas. Former teammates, Bulacan. J.R. Alabanza. 4 points for J.R. Bautista. Taganas to Melencio. They go to Maguliano.
Yeah, that's a travel. He switched his pivot foot.
Alam mo na eh.
Kitang-kita eh.
8 ang lamang dito ng Pangasinan. Minute and 33 remaining. Ang ganda ng pwesto mo dyan. Avi Palania.
Always love covering here at Inares.
Ako, gusto ko dito dahil malapit lang yung estansya.
At
And-
malapit ka dito, period.
And malapit lang yung tipsy pig sa kabila.
Pero maaga yata kaya alis bukas eh.
Hindi naman.
Di
Hindi
naman.
naman. May PTA meeting pa ako sa umaga.
PTA meeting,
Yes.
Okay.
My friend.
One of your many duties, of course, one of them being a father to Riley.
Kailangan eh. Kailangan mag-attend. Required. Alam ni Mika Abisamis yan. Get a special deal. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Well, we saw something special from Valenzuela in that second quarter, but Pangasinan has turned it up a notch here in the third period.
They have regained control. The Heat Waves. Melencio drives, kicks it out. Galanza wide open. That won't go inside. Magaliano puts it in. Plus the foul.
You've got very capable rebounders inside that shaded area, but Maguliano just was able to get it against those guys underneath. That was a battle on top. Actually, everybody tried to jump for it. Nobody really trying to box out, and Maguliano was just first to it.
He completes the three-point play. Lead is up to 11. Inside, Alabanza diving and driving and getting fouled. 2 free throws coming up para kay JR Alabanza.
Yeah, sometimes, or I think most of the time, yung pagbasa sa pick and roll ni Rev Diputado can be looked very underrated actually. And that's why Sarangani really loved having him, because off the bench he really gave a lot of those quality minutes and also provided the scoring punch as well.
77-67, Nem de la Cruz. Alabanza, stripped by Taganas. Melencio. Nagmamadali si Ian. Bigay kay Bong Galanza. Galanza, little hang time. And he puts it in to make it a 12-point lead. 4 points na para kay Bong Galanza. SLM. Pakita ito si Taganas. He cannot complete the steal. Diputado has the basketball. Bigay kay Nem de la Cruz. Baseline drive. Drop off to Castillo. 79-69. Melencio. And will that count?
I don't think that's gonna count.
JP Maguliano with that undergoal stab to finish the third quarter of action dito sa Inares Sports Arena. A lot of contact there on the Melencio drive. And no basket.
Certainly still in his hands.
So it was a quarter where the Pangasinan Heatwaves were able to regain control. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. This was going to be a challenge para sa Valenzuela na ma-maintain yung that type of intensity. And also, for Pangasinan, alam natin na hindi naman sila magsa-struggle ng ganung kasama for the entire game, Javi.
Tama ka dyan, and that's why coming out of the gates, they were aggressive, they played excellent defense, forced some turnovers. Michael Mabulak led the charge para sa kanila. Big reason why they're up by 10 after 3.
Pac is back. 8 division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Pac is back, and our founder and chairman, Manny Pacquiao, will make his ring return to face Mario El Azteca Barrios for the WBC welterweight belt. You can watch this fight live via Blast TV pay-per-view this coming July 20. Sunday, coverage starts at 8 a.m. Download the Blast TV app, available on Google Play and on the App Store. They're back at the United Sports Arena. Fourth quarter about to begin between Valenzuela and Pangasinan.
Uy.
And kilala ko yan ah. That's a Gixxer
Grabe,
fan
ah.
of the game, born for greatness.
Date night, ha? Statistician natin.
Vince, bait talaga ni Vince.
I think they also recently celebrated their wedding anniversary. I think a
Monitored
couple
mo
of
rin
weeks
ha?
ago.
Monitored mo yun.
Naalala ko lang. Don't try to turn this on me, Mr. Tupas.
Okay. Monitored mo, Happy. Monitored. Ako rin, nakamonitor din ako. Ang mga nakikita natin dito sa Inari Sports Arena. Gaya nitong drive ni Ian Melencio. Itong fadeaway, nakapos. And a rebound na nakuha ni JR Alabanza. Takbo si John Formento. Formento nakaiwas. He lays it in. And what a third quarter ang bawi dito ng Pangasinan. 36 points in that third.
A big, huge third quarter after Val City was able to come up with 30-plus points of their own in the second period. Jabs Bautista finding the stroke there. Formento is trying to exaggerate the contact there. I think there was a little push, but maybe not enough to make a call. Hit a basket earlier. He's fresh off the bench, by the way. Sat down, I think, the final 4 minutes of that third quarter. Let Rev Diputado do the damage.
Manza with the tap quickly to Nem de la Cruz. Formento trailing. Formento finishing.
Ang galing niya talagang gumamit nung katawan niya to shield away the basketball and protect it from the shot blocker.
De la Cruz, nabitawan ng bola. Great defense by Taganas. Magaliano trying to elude the defense of Alabanza. Nahirapan siya doon.
Always going to be a tough task trying to score on Jair Alabanza in occasions like that.
Japs fires. Yes. That's a routine three for Japs Bautista. All day, he'll knock that one down.
13 points now in the game para kay Japs Bautista. 4 out of 8 from the outside, and you see that getting followed up with that Magoliano basket off a Valenzuela turnover, which has continually hurt them in this game.
Well, Heatwaves back in form here. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Timeout muna tayo. Our fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Date night as well.
Friday nga pala ngayon, no?
Oo. Friday, Javi. Saan lakad mo mamaya?
Basta.
Basta, may lakad. I'd like to congratulate the Okman basketball team for winning the GRBL League. Pabati kay Assistant Coach Ian De La Torre. Pero, Pangasinan has continued this fourth quarter tear here. 89-73, trying to put away Valenzuela early in the fourth. Pableo makes his move, fades away. That won't work. Melencio with a rebound. Heat waves on the move. Galanza wide open. Bautista, it's short. Rebound with Jack Taganas. Throws it away for Mento with numbers. Gets it to Nem de la Cruz for two.
He's really one of the players who does that so well, yung mabagal na 1-2 step. Ito si John Formento.
Ang matindi doon, coming from a sprint. Okay,
Yeah.
yung mabagal.
That's
Kaya ko
really,
naman kasi half yan. Okay. Ang problema na, problema yan, doon mabagal talaga siya. Galing talaga siya sa mabagal. Hindi talaga siya bumilis. Okay, kanya bumilis tapos bumagal.
pero alam mo, gusto ko one time makita yung highlights mo dito eh. I-pull up natin minsan. Yung 35 points ba yon?
Ang yung sabi ko nga sa'yo eh. Di ba? Naglumabas yon nung tinanong ko yung videographer, may highlights ba ako?
Wala.
Wala. So sabihin, kilala ko yung nagpaliga dito ah. Bakit wala ako highlights?
Eh di daw kasi kayo nagbayad ng quota, yun pala yung dahilan.
Wala.
Dahil nga kilala nyo yung nagpaliga.
Okay. Guest team, kumbaga. Guest team ka na nga, hinanapan mo ng highlights. Grabe ka.
Dapat kasi kinontrato mo na agad. Di mo ba alam na ganun yung maging performance mo?
Hindi.
Ah,
I had no idea.
You don't really care much about the numbers.
I'm a team player, you know. I wanna make the others look good.
Nice,
Oh,
ah.
20 points na si Mike Mabula. He's looking good.
Oh, yeah. And this is gonna be really something of a positive development para sa Pangasinan because Mabulak may be peaking at the right time para sa kanila. The same with a lot of their other players. This guy too.
Hesed Gabo with a 3. 13 points for Hesed.
10 3-pointers now in the game para sa Pangasinan. They don't really make a lot from that area of the floor, but as I mentioned earlier during the game, if they can hit more from the outside, then it could be easier para sa kanila.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Because let's face it, you can't just rely heavily on Vic Manuel and Michael Mabulak to do the damage from the post area and expect them to make the right plays every time from the block. You also have to make sure that there are outside gunners ready to catch and shoot and ready to hoist it up from behind the arc.
$18 points para kay John Formento. Another strong performance from the guard. 96-78. Di Gregorio. Mabulak. Gortiza. Lumapit. Nabitawan ng bola. Monje gets a running start. Kobe Monje will lay it in.
It's smart there by Hesed Gabo to not challenge anymore. They're well in the lead in this game. No need to try and go for the foul. I'd love to see Coach Jerson allow Mike De Gregorio to play the rest of this game to try and see if he could get on a rhythm. At Gabo has been on that kind of thing. 15 points now. A lot of the damage done here in the second half.
Ang ganda ng shooting ni Hesse dito sa second half. Parang lumuwag din ang depensa. That's a travel. Formento, unable to knock it down. Rebound ni Hesse. Nagmamadali si Gabo. Stopped in his tracks by Rev Diputado.
Well, lumuwag na yung depensa dito ng Valenzuela because their shots, unlike in the second quarter, haven't been falling the same way. And they're that type of team that actually lets their offense fuel their defense, not the other way around. And you see the trend, how elite teams actually make their defense fuel their offense and not the other way around.
Gabo again. That rolls out. Rebound. Lervin Flores for 2. 100-80 is the count. Monhe, down low they go. Bring us inside. Under to 80, 4.5 minutes to play. 9 seconds to shoot para dito sa Valenzuela. Trailing by 20. Hesalem, corner 3. Yes, sir.
There's still a little window here for Valenzuela. If they can shoot that 3 ball on a consistent basis here in the last, I say next 2 minutes, there could be a chance, but only if they could get stops as well.
De Gregorio could not convert from beyond the arc. Valenzuela gets the stop. Formento inatake ang depensa. The left-handed scoop is good. Just a relentless scorer. John Formento, 20 points, trims the deficit to 15 with under 4 minutes to play. Gabo fires a foul on Hesalem.
That's a veteran move that was acknowledged right away by John Formento, pulling him up. And he's really taken over here in the second half. It's been quite the ride for him in the heat waves here in the third and fourth quarters.
This was a 1-point lead for Valenzuela to start the second half, and then ito na nga, no, bumulusok na ang Pangasinan in the second half. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Head of Operations Emer Oreta, and Rudy Distrito, our Head of Security here. 2 for 2 for Hesed. 102-85, 17 points ang lamang ng Heat Waves. Monhe gets it across to Tiburcio. Formento is open. That won't go. John Formento inatake ang depensa, kicks it out. Hesalem for 3. Gortiza with a rebound, ahead to Gabo. De Gregorio feeds Mabulak. He'll get the bounce. Michael Mabulak.
Best game of the season para kay Mabulak sa laro na to.
104-85. Ball is loose. Tiburcio tracks it down. Formento saves it only to De Gregorio. And Mike Mabulak will get the 2 points.
One of the best, if not the best, leak out big men in the league. Ito si Michael Mabulak.
24 points now para kay Mike Mabulak. And the Heat Waves extend the lead to 21, Harry.
I see here De Gregorio could have gone up for the shot, saw that Mabulak cut through the middle, got past the defense, gave it up. And that's a sure ball para kay Michael Mabulak. Dito naman, all alone here, defense was nowhere near. 85-106 is the count. I think this might be well in the bag of Pangasinan.
Back inside the United Sports Arena. And a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Daan kayo dito sa Inares. Dito yung mga 1xBet girls natin. May mga premyo kayong makukuha. May mga nakita ko nanalo ng mga bola. At iba-iba pa. As RV, that's a shot clock violation.
Oh, they let him continue. Oh, Coach Noy Catalan was ready to erupt there on the sideline.
Pableo returns. Tiburcio sits. 106 to 85 is the count.
Oh, Fontanilla only playing spot minutes in this game.
Flores. Jumper. No go. Bagsak si Pableo.
They relived that matchup that they had in the first half. Pableo and Tolentino.
I know, 2 minutes. I was trying to track down that matchup there between Vince and Colby.
They're still at it.
Pableo could not get the steal. Robin. No, Lervin Flores has it. Mike De Gregorio will pull up. He gets the basket.
Only his first field goal in this game. Can you believe it? It really has been a struggle of a season para kay Mike De Gregorio. But again, if it actually happens na nakuha, a foul?
Yeah.
We're inside the final 2 minutes, and that was quite marginal contact for me.
110 to 85. This is a one-ball game para sa Pangasinan. They will improve to 12 and 6. RV. Taganas comes up with the rebound. Robin gets it back, and Ralph Robin will score.
Beautifully executed, unselfish play on the fast break for Pangasinan. De Gregorio joining hands with Robin.
Narvi scores his 10th point of the game. I think this will do it here. The Heat Waves. Medyo natagalan bago sila nakalayo dito sa laro. Tolentino will lay it in.
Medyo pinipigilan pa kasi siya ni RV Bringas eh.
114 to 87. This should do it. SLM got it. Pero yun na lang. I think that should end our scoring here. 114 to 90. High scoring game between the Heat Waves and the Magic. The past couple of games were low scoring para dito sa Valenzuela. But they come up with 90 points tonight. But it's not enough as the Pangasinan Heat Waves record their 12th win of the season, 114 to 90. And Mike Mabulak right there leading the way. He is our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Avi.
24 points para kay Mike Mabulak. A lot of them coming in the second half. And he absolutely terrorized that Valenzuela side. It was actually coming into the third quarter with a 1-point lead. But really, all that happened in that single possession changed the complexion of the game in the favor of Pangasinan, courtesy of Mike Mabulak. 24 points on 10 out of 11 field goal shooting.
Near perfect para dito kay Mike Mabulak. And he carries Pangasinan to this big win over Valenzuela and registering their 12th win of the season. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Mike. Paulit-ulit namin sinasabi sa'yo na ang ganda ng kondisyon mo this year, no? Compared to last year, 24 points ka ngayon, biggest game of the season. Ramdam mo na ba yung katawan mo nung season 4?
Medyo, oo, kasi nagagawa ko na yung mga dating hindi ko nagagawa. So, malaking pagbabago simula nung komparado sa last season ko.
Mike, although ang ganda rin ng pinakita ng Valenzuela sa first half, no? Ito nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Gerson ng improvement ng offense na gusto niya makita. Nakita mo naman yung mga teammates mo, si Japs, nakakapagbigay na ng tres, ano? Sila Gabo, bumalik ang mga laro nila. Anong masasabi mo sa run nyo mula pa nung Basilan, tapos itong larong ito?
Una, credit sa opensa rin nung Team Valenzuela. And then, yung si tulad ni Japs sa ni Gabo, sa ensayo talagang nagpapakita na. So, na-expect na rin namin na magre-reflect yun sa game. So, eto na nga, past 2 games talagang maganda yung pinapakita nila.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Una-una gusto kong pasalamatan si Mayor Liam Cesar, Gob Monmon Guico, Secretary Conrad Estrella, Kong Escamo Estrella of Abono Party List, Kong Art Celeste, Mayor Cesar Kiambao, Boss Robert Kai, Mayor Brian Celeste, Boss FJ Dilim, at sa mga solid supporters ng Team Pangasinan. Shoutout sa HBN Basketball, kay Coach Harold, Coach Shaq, Coach Dito, Coach Marcia. Gusto kong i-good luck yung ko na may laro bukas sa Junior MPBL 10 Under. Siyempre yung pamilya ko na lagi nakasuporta.
Okay, maraming salamat. Michael Mabulak, this best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Si Delphin Habi.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and congratulations kay Mike Mabulak with season high performance to power Pangasinan past Valenzuela. Up next, it's Cebu against Imos dito sa Inares Sports Arena. We will be right back for more MPBL action.